Passive fire protection was a bit of an afterthought. We've built this wonderful building, got 50 grand spare in the budget. Can you just fire protect it for that? If you can't do it properly, just do what you can kind of thing. The biggest change is bringing that from the end of the line to the forefront, to the designer, to the architect, making sure it's planned in, it's thorough, it's proper, it's accurate, it's correct.
We are thrilled to have the ASFP here today. We're going to give you a quick tour. Nathan's going to talk you through the fire stopping walls and then the intumescent side. Walk this way, guys. In this building, obviously, we're showcasing all the Tremco CPG products, but today we really want to focus on fire stopping and intumescent, which are really the most important areas for our business.
Leads us onto the fire stopping wall. So this was constructed by myself and the R&D guys a little earlier in the year. And this just demonstrates some of the fire stopping products that Nullifire offer. It's displaying a partition wall, what you'd likely see in a building. In said building, there'd be penetrations running through a fire resistant wall, for instance, electrical, water, data, etc. All of these need to be fire stopped and match the performance of the separating element. So what we've done here is we've constructed a few penetration details. Each of these will have been tested at a third-party test house and shown to perform anywhere between EI30 to EI240.
My name's Hannah Ayres. I'm the technical manager for passive fire protection here at Tremco CPG. I particularly work for the brand Nullifire, who is an expert hub in passive fire protection. So that includes intumescent coatings and fire stopping. We've been in existence for just over 50 years. I think we celebrated our 50th last year. So a long time in the industry. We're part of Tremco CPG, who are owned by RPM. So we are a global company. We have 8 brands under our banner, and our most recent one is Carboline. So we've got an exciting new range of Carboline coatings available in the UK. Competency is key. How can we prove that we know what we know and what we know is the right thing? It's becoming very important, and it's quite a difficult trend to keep up with because we are just ever evolving as an industry. New things are coming out, new regulations. Can be quite difficult to keep up, but we do have really good people in place who are keen to learn, to work with other people. We work really well as a team in Nullifire, but actually that team then extends to our customers, installers, main contractors, architects, designers, and then the wider industry, so industry associations like the ASFP. We have to work as a massive team ultimately. We can't really exist in isolation.
Each product in this wall is a Nullifire product, and it is a tested system, so anything that you see within this wall would have a tested detail associated with it. Moving down here, we have a combustible pipe with a supporting system, as you can see. The supporting system is what we would have used at the test centre, and obviously as the combustible pipe melts in a fire situation, you'd need a mastic system to compress to fill the void left by the melting pipe. That's where our product FS709 high pressure mastic comes in. This product is tested up to EI240 within various different substrates. Here we've got a cable tray resting against the bottom of the separating element. Again, something that needs to be considered during the testing phase. We need an extra bit of insulation, so we have FiO25, which gives us an extra layer of insulative material. The FiO25 product is rock mineral fibre coated with a foil layer. That's wrapped around things like non-combustible pipes or cable trays and cable carriers. This gives an extra layer of insulation, gives you a larger amount of time before heat transmission, for instance. Any of these can be used as an individual penetration, or they can be used together as a system. If you didn't need, for instance, 2 compressed bats, which this seal has up top, you could have a single compressed within the centre of the seal, though the seal needs to be symmetrical. That's why we test in the centre of the seal. This gives us a little more leeway for scope extension later on down the line. You may not have surfaces that pass through a bat or have a service opening, so we can test direct through substrate. In this case, you might want to use something like a collar, which is just graphite impregnated rubber within a steel collar, and that's fitted around a combustible service, for instance. So as the service starts to melt and degrade, the intumescent within the collar can expand and take the place of the pipe that's gone. You can use oversized collars though, and then fill with FS709.
It's nice to see digital tools coming into effect, whether that be BIM, solution selectors on site. It's really supporting our customers, but also a historic job. So, a way of keeping track of data as well. Gone are the days where people print things out and take them to site. For example, we have a massive ETA. Nobody's going to be carrying that around. They'll be breaking their poor backs. It's good to work in an industry that's so reactive because we have to be, ultimately. Unfortunately, some of those triggers that have caused us to speed up our reactions are not things that we want to ever happen again. But they've happened, we've reacted and responded to them in the right way. It's nice to see that people are taking it on board and taking it very, very seriously at all levels of the construction industry. It has been a little bit gradual. Obviously, key events have expedited that. The trends and queries that we used to have back in the day used to be quite simple. You know, can I have an MSDS, can I have a TDS, can I have some certification? Whereas today, those queries are so unique and bespoke to sites, to seals, and they are a lot more complicated. You know, they go into so much depth. I think it's really quite an honour to work in fire protection because we are the unsung heroes, but we are saving lives ultimately. And I think that gets me out of bed in the morning. Yeah.